Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the start of a new season. It's season 13.
I was wondering if you'd even remember which one we were up to.
I just had to name the files that record this episode. This is the first episode of season 13, and we've got, to start the season,
to get us all warmed up, ready to do
a guest game master.
Things. Yep.
So we have today a room. Every episode, players will try and escape from an audio escape room that only exists in the minds of all the people listening and the people who made it and the people playing it. A lot of minds, but it's a good room.
I need the guest rooms to start off a season because my brain is not in puzzle creation mode yet.
Well, don't worry. Someone else's brain was in puzzle creation mode.
I gotta steal
Welcome
them.
to the show.
Steal them all.
Sara Holdsworth. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you. So good to be here.
We're excited to have you here. So you gave us a few themes to pick between, and I said, I don't want to pick. You choose, because that was too much pressure. And so, yes, you've given us a surprise. We're just a single person, which is great. I love being a single person because it keeps us on track. It means that we don't have to go off in different locations.
It's true. And look, I love a good teamwork puzzle, but I also like not having to worry about whether I'm going to be split off into a separate room somewhere and have to do things on my own.
True. So every time we have a guest on the show, we ask the same two questions. So this is an escape room show. What is your escape room experience?
Yeah, I've done 16 physical escape rooms as well as 5 boxed games, including Box 1. That was actually our first one.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a good game. That's a hard game to be your first game as well, because it's very, very smart and very playing well within that genre.
You have to bend your mind mid-play.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. My husband surprised me with a date night escape room for my birthday, just the two of us, and that became tradition. And I've also done it with a lot of coworkers, friends, and it's just a fun thing.
Lovely. Wonderful. Look, it is a lot of fun. I wonder if you'll be the sort of person who loses that exact number at some point. Because you're like, I've done 16. And I don't think I was ever that kind of person. I don't think. But
a lot of people in the community are. They keep really precise
number up until they're like
into the hundreds.
Well, I've done 172.5. There's a story there. Escape rooms. You're like, oh wow, that's a really precise number. I just kind of say I've done a bit.
Yeah, I've done no idea.
I have no idea how many.
I don't know if we've done 100 rooms or not.
I
have no clue.
I've got no idea.
I still don't know if I've written 100. I can't keep track.
You've written 100 now. I'm sure you've written 100 now.
I don't know.
I think we very quietly hit that milestone last season or the season before.
Okay.
So the other aspect of the show is it is escape rooms mixed with a sort of tabletop role-playing veneer. What is your tabletop role-playing experience?
So my friend Olivia and I actually run each other through your rooms if one of us can hold off on listening to it, which is actually kind of rare. I also do a lot of just role-playing with my daughters, which is really fun. My toddler actually loves listening to your theme music and dances to it every time. So we're just in that world of play, make believe.
Wonderful. Oh, beautiful. Well, I think there's no point waiting around in the intro. I think we can get straight into the game.
I think I'm feeling ready. I think I'm feeling puzzly.
Are you feeling ready and puzzly? Because I've decided I'm not going to solve any puzzles today, and it's all going to be you.
Interesting.
You have to do all the puzzles, and I'm not going to help for a second. That's my modus operandi today. Does that sound fair?
Yep. Let's do it. It's all me.
All right, Sarah, whisk us away. Let's go.
Opening your car door to go home after an after-work happy hour, you immediately slam it back shut with a frown. Your work bag, which your boss just reminded everybody today to bring home, is sitting on your desk. Taking a look back to the front door, you sigh and begin your walk. Sure, it would be annoying to make the trek back to any workspace, but here at Imitation Creative Point, it's a challenge for the building to hold you captive all night. You've been working here since 2018, and there's plenty of things you've learned over the years. Not about technology, nor artificial intelligence, not with your position in human resources, but more about the people there themselves. Humans do enjoy giant jigsaw puzzles. Employees love trying to solve for X, which annoys the accountants to no end. But what you fear now most is the executive's persistence of AI mobility security, that is, ensuring all physical moves within the office are made by a person, not a program. The Chief Information Officer genuinely believes that the robots on floor 18 will one day take over the office and then the world before his team figures out a way to implement a failsafe. As you scan your badge for the elevator, you find yourself hoping beyond all hope that it's just that, an elevator. The elevator doors open. You step in onto the carpet, turn around, and press floor 20 on the car operating panel to the right of the doors. The doors shut and the elevator begins its ascent. You lean your back against the railing on the right wall, covering up the notice board. You look across from you at the company logo on the wall and think, so far, so good. But just as you're about to pass floor 18, the elevator stops. The lights turn off, leaving just the control panel buttons lightly glowing. And you hear artificial intruder protocol activated. You close your eyes and purse your lips in annoyance. What are you supposed to do now?
Prescient.
I love it.
Okay. So there are a couple of things. I started drawing a picture. I have not labeled anything, so I need to quickly go through and label
I believe,
things.
here's my current picture of an elevator. Or a lift, if you'd prefer.
Door.
I've got the door, the control panel next to it, which is currently lit up, and our only source of light. On the left wall
Is the control panel the same as the just regular floor buttons?
I thought so.
Yes. Great.
Wonderful.
There's a handrail.
There's a handrail, and behind the handrail is a notice board.
Yep.
And then opposite that is a logo. And by my reckoning, that's all the objects in our space.
That was basically what I had
Have we missed anything, Sarah?
The carpet on the floor.
Ooh,
The carpet on the floor.
haven't been in a carpeted elevator in a while.
Well,
They're a
you can live your
rarity.
dream here in this escape room. And then what? It told us that we were an artificial intruder?
Yeah, it just wants to make sure that you are in fact a person, not a robot on the loose.
Okay, I prick myself, and do I not bleed?
This is already a funny one, just in terms of where AI is right now. I'm sure we'll talk about that in the post-show as well.
Sure.
But the inconvenience of all these rules saying they want more humans is not one that's come up in the conversation lately.
Well, let's start doing the room, Danny. What do you want to look at?
Well, maybe the notice board has a notice saying, hey, sorry, the elevator's playing up. Do this to get out of it. So I feel like looking at notices is probably good.
Good point. Let's look at the notice board.
The control panel buttons are lit up, but very, very dimly. And
damn.
you can't see much more than the hand in front of your face without sticking it right in front of the panel.
All right, let's follow
And
video game rules.
I assume we inherited your terrible eyesight in our merged person.
What do you think? I can't see light? Let's head to the
Feels like we need to look at those buttons then.
Yeah, let's look at the buttons. Is 18 still lit up?
20?
20? No. Oh, the robots are on 18. We're going to 20. Yes, good point.
It's a standard control panel in a 4-row, 6-column grid with 20 floor selection buttons, door closed and open buttons, as well as 1 alarm and 1 fire button. They are all glowing, including floor 20, but you can't see anything around you in this dim light.
There's a fire button.
There's
Do you
also
reckon
a call button.
Oh, there's a call button. Oh, the little phone, the little emergency
That is what
bell.
that's for,
You
isn't
think
it?
you're right. Let's press the little bell, emergency call alarm
That's
thing.
the button that all children are afraid of.
Yeah, let's press it and see what happens.
All right, can we press that bell button?
Employee protocol activation required.
Says the voice.
Please enter the last 4 digits of your employee ID.
Ooh, do we know the last 4 digits of our employee ID? Can we hold it up to the slight glow of the control panel, or is it really not much glow?
You hold your badge up to the light of the control panel and can see it clearly enough. On the front of your badge, Imitation Creative Point reads above your picture and name. On the back is your employee ID, a long series of numbers no employee could ever remember. You're grateful you and your coworkers pushed to include the ID on the badge, but yours seems to have rubbed off.
Oh, get out of here.
Did they know the ink was bad? Is that why the executives finally agreed to printing it?
Oh,
And you can now open your badge image.
okay.
Oh, yep. That's
Oh.
pretty erased. I suppose it is 5 years old at this point.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it
That
was-
does look like a lot of the cards in your wallet.
00060548072 1 2
Might be a 3 at the end, but yeah,
Could be
there's
an
no way
8.
of telling.
I can't quite tell. Although it was issued in 2018. What if the final digits are 2018? And it's
Not
just the year of
impossible.
issue.
That could be true.
I'm not sure though.
That's interesting. It is worth keeping in mind. Maybe we can try that, but we can also just look at everything else first. We haven't done much.
Well, we can't look at anything else really because it's so dark.
We can roll around on the lush
We
carpet.
could roll around on the carpet.
There's plenty of options.
That
still
is true.
available
We've
to
got
us.
stuff to do. There's
you
also a
reckon?
logo
I
here,
was
which
gonna
is cool.
say, do you think we should pay attention to that logo because that is very notably different shapes making up that logo?
It is a hexagon inside a square, inside a triangle, inside a circle.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds so simple when we're describing it. It sure as hell looks like a real logo.
It does.
Do you reckon, Sarah, that looking around or feeling around at other stuff, will I just be wasting my time because I can't see anything?
That would be your assumption at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we try 2018?
Maybe it's worth trying 2018.
Can I press the 20 and then the 18?
Oh, and the buttons.
Inaccurate Imitation Creative Point employee ID entry.
You hear.
Oh, they're going to electrocute us at some point.
Oh yeah, try again
They're
and
gonna-
die.
They're going to send out some magnetic pulses.
Okay, so how do we know the last 4 digits of our ID?
Okay.
We could press one of the other buttons. We haven't pressed the fire button.
That's true. Or just the doors open
Oh,
button.
yeah, let's just open the doors.
Any button gives you the same result.
Okay. So how do we? Is there like a pattern to those numbers that we could figure out what the last ones are?
Oh, that's
I don't
interesting.
think so. 0000 is not going to lead much
That's
to a
not.
pattern.
Yeah.
6054 8072. So I'm seeing right now the back, or like I'm seeing the ID badge. It has a logo on the left, all in blue, and on the right it's got the letters or the numbers that make up, I presume, our ID number. They're broken into 4 sections: a top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, rather than one long string of numbers. And it's 4 zeros in the top left, 6054 in the top right, 8072 in the bottom left, and then 1, and then what looks like it's a 2, then a lot of kind of smeared space.
Yeah, we cannot make out much.
And
of
then
these
what looks like
numbers.
probably a 3, but it could be an 8 at the end.
It says issue 2018.
Issue 2018.
There is also along the side, the company's name has been blurred out.
the Imitation Creative Point.
I do know that like the word point is still very much
Point is very
featured.
solid.
So I was wondering if it could be like something, hey, let's count those shapes because there are 4 shapes that we've identified.
Oh, the number of points
Yeah.
or something?
My
Like,
problem-
or the number of, like, no, not quite. Like, it's a circle,
Yeah. Which has no points.
then a triangle, which has 3 points, then a square, which has 4 points,
and a hexagon that has 6
and a hexagon that
points.
has 6 points.
Don't worry,
So-
that last digit does not look like a 0 or a 6.
Like,
But maybe I shouldn't worry
something
about that. Oh, maybe it does, though, because the 6
3.
is very rounded in that other 6 that we can see.
I mean, that could say 643. Like, it could be 12643. Maybe do we try, like, you could see a 6 here. That could be the top of a 4. That looks like a 3.
That's fair, and just the circle doesn't count because it doesn't have points.
Yeah, it could just be 643.
interesting.
Can we, although, so what would be 2643 is the final 4 digits?
Maybe.
Could we try 2643?
Inaccurate Imitation Creative Point employee
Can we
ID
try
entry.
6430?
Inaccurate Imitation Creative Point employee ID entry.
All right.
You were saying that there's 4 sets of numbers and 4 shapes. And Dani, you said that which word was not crossed out?
The word point is definitely still one that we can see.
As well as
Oh, issued
issue
2018.
2018?
Perhaps there's a relation there.
You would think that, but there isn't.
Interesting.
All right, issued 2018. What's weird is it looks like there are 5 numbers in the final section rather than
It does
4.
look broader.
So it's almost
than
like the
rest.
first number could be 12 or something.
Oh, that's an interesting
Like,
way of putting that.
Zeros, like each of the first numbers are like 0, 6, 8, and 12.
Huh.
It's always a 0 in the second place. And then,
That's interesting.
but then like the third place, all of our third place numbers are 0, 5, 7, and 1.
I don't know how mathematical to get with this, but like if you take 2018 and then you go from the inside out, you go like 6, 4, 3, 0. 2 and 6 together, you times them and that gives you a 12. You put 12 in my brain now, Billy.
Well, it's there. But then what's up with all the 0s and 8s and 7s and 2? Like that's just, there are 2 numbers in this thing that add to 12.
You're right. Hold on. I'm gonna keep doing stuff. I've got to find a connection.
If it was 2018, right?
Okay.
Let's say those are just the numbers that were like the initial starting numbers.
Mm.
If you multiply them all by 0, you'd get the first one. The second one is like times 3, but then times 5 and then a half. So that's kind of nothing. So I don't think there's not like the same process done to those numbers to generate each of these, is
No,
there?
you're not wrong.
But there's always the zeros.
Wait, you
what?
just like said that. Like
Oh,
2018.
it's plus 4. Oh, no.
Times 3 for the 20 and you get 60. Times 3 for the 18, you get 54.
Oh, brilliant. So
Times
that's the triangle.
Oh my god. And times
Times
0, that's
4
why it's all
times
zeros.
Times 4. So then this would be them times 5.
6, right?
6.
Sided shape?
6, yeah.
Oh
hexagon.
my god.
So
that's why it
2
starts
times
with
6 is
120.
0 times 6 is
Oh.
0. 1 times 6 is 6.
108.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry, it's 20 and 18, sorry.
Yeah.
20 times 6 is
120.
120. So the number will be 120, and then 18 times 6.
108.
Sure. Makes sense. So the digit we want is 0108 to put into our thing.
Okay.
Can we try 0108?
Floor 1, floor 8.
0108.
Mm-hmm.
Inaccurate imitation created point employee ID entry.
But you guys feel really confident about this. You might just be taking it one step too far.
Ah!
20.
No!
Because it was 20 times 0 and 18 times 0. Then it was 20 times 3 and 18 times 3. Then it was 20 times 4 and 18 times 4.
I mean, it's because we're separating it. We don't need to separate it. It's just 2018 times 3. We just happen to be doing it that way.
See.
And when the numbers got too big,
Because we were thinking about floors 20 and floor 18.
yeah, we just separated it for reasons.
Okay, cool. So it's 2018 times 6.
Yep, that makes a lot more sense. So it's just 12108. So it's just 2108.
2108.
Employee protocol activated.
The dim lighting turns off and the normal lighting turns on. You're able to clearly see around you, but the elevator is still not moving.
That's all right. We've got light now. Let's go and do the actual escape
Wow,
room.
okay.
But now there's no more time for jokes,
Danny.
Danny,
Because we
spent
puzzles now.
30 minutes doing
Let's
multiplication.
do this.
So let's check out the logo.
Why did we separate them out?
Because we were thinking of floor 20, they had so many 2-digit buttons. But yeah, okay, let's go to the logo.
The logo?
Yep,
Okay.
it's on the wall. Let's check it out. We got light now, we can explore.
Yep, I'm resentful. I'll glare at the logo for a while.
You glare at the slightly raised carpet texture large logo that covers the wall pathetically, almost reaching all the way to the top. However, there's a space for a capital N above the logo. You just noticed it there last week. You've been meaning to ask your boss about why that N doesn't appear with the logo anywhere else. The logo itself has never made much sense to you for an AI company. Although Logans don't have to match their companies, they just need to be easily recognizable. And you can open that logo image in front of you. Danny,
Whoa.
would you please describe it?
I will certainly try. The other one was easier.
Yeah.
All right, so already I've made mistakes in my drawing. This is mostly triangular. It's got a little bit of the tiniest hints of straight sides at the bottom, but most of it is a triangle. Very thick blue line making it up, and then mostly white space in the middle. But in this white space in the middle of this triangle, so it's just an upward facing white triangle with several different blue patterns running across it. Like up near the top, we've got nice little ribbon-looking curls.
Loops and
Yeah.
curls? Yeah.
That, to me, they look like a cancer ribbon.
Sure. Just picture a cancer ribbon, everybody at home.
Underneath that is just a zigzag going up and down across from left to right. Under that, we've just got a straight line. Next, we've got clouds, but just the bottoms of clouds if you were drawing clouds.
Almost like two giant threes on their sides and stretched out.
Yeah. Really curvy, really wide W's. And then underneath that, we've just got very closely connected, not quite overlapping, but definitely all touching at the sides, zeros. And then it mostly closes this blue triangle at the bottom, but the border doesn't quite close. There are a couple of gaps in it.
Yeah,
and
so there's 3 gaps in the bottom of the triangle.
And there is indeed, right up the top, an N. Looks very compassy, that
I was
N.
going to say, when I see an N on top with a point, I'm like, great, that's north.
Yeah.
If we face north, we'll see the O's, then the clouds, then the horizon, then the mountains, and then the sea. There's something going on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these shapes anywhere else, so I don't know if this is like solvable
no,
in and of itself.
I can't make directions out of them just yet.
So I think maybe we just chill on this until we see something else that matches it, or if we see a thing where we need to solve
Absolutely.
this. Because now it's a logo that feels like a key to solve something else.
Yes.
But we'll find out, I suppose.
Once again, I think we should go to the notice board.
Let's
as
go
was my initial plan.
To the railing.
Notice board.
All right, we'll check out the notice board.
You can lick the railing anytime.
The notice board is enclosed into the wall with a frame. On display is the company's value of the month. Opportunity. A close-up photo of a business shoe in a door frame backdrops the phrase, "The key to advancing is getting a foot in the door." On the bottom of the frame is a 6-letter lock.
Opportunity, foot in the door, and a 6-letter lock.
Okay, we can look down at your railing.
Are you sure? You don't want to try and see if we have a 6-letter combo yet?
Ooh, I wouldn't have thought so yet.
What's on that logo wall? How many things are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you think about the breaks at the bottom, 6 things.
Okay, what letters do you get out of that?
Loop, mountain, horizon. This is a phonetic alphabet. Okay. Yeah, let's check the railing.
Firmly screwed into the wall are 6 silver rod railings. 2 on each wall line the elevator. The space between them and the wall should really be decreased. You spilled your coffee about a month ago when you tried to set your cup against it. On the back wall top railing, you see a flashlight clipped with what seems to be a mini bike lock.
All right, so mini bike lock is in the kind that would need a key to unlock?
You can take a look.
Yeah, please.
The flashlight is dangling from the railing with a note attached.
Ooh.
It reads, "Sam, you never cut anything short. So why you can't seem to put your tools away baffles me. If you want your flashlight back, you'll have to break your rule. All in good fun, Za." Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting. Then the note abruptly stops short. The 3-letter mini bike lock that holds it to the railing is just as odd. The first ring of letters is all consonants, while the second and third have only vowels.
That's fine, because we just need the word moo.
Interrupting cow?
Moo.
You didn't interrupt me fast enough.
No, I didn't. I didn't know what you were going for. We'll try that again.
Sam
knock, knock.
doesn't
Wait,
like cutting things short.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Danny, we'll try it again. Here, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow? Oh no, what's happening? I hate you.
All right, yeah. So can we put moo into the bike lock?
You enter moo into the bike lock with a chuckle. You've always wanted to be a part of an inside joke. You free the flashlight and you push the button on the back and it works. Well, it's not a key, but at least you have something.
Okay. We got a torch. What are we gonna do?
Doesn't matter if they try to cut the lights on us again. We're good.
True. Should have started with this. So the railings, there are 2 of them on each wall, and they're slightly far from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do about that, but that's good. It's worth noting.
Yep.
The carpet itself was checkoutable.
Yeah. Interesting. There are 6 elevator railings and 6 letters on this notice board lock.
That's interesting. That's a 6 and a 6.
True.
Um,
It may be nothing. 6 is a number that happens.
yeah, true. And
But
6 sides to that hexagon.
It's worth knowing.
Can we look at the carpet?
There's nothing remarkable about this carpet except you do notice a rather large rip at the edge of the carpet against one of the walls. That's really interesting. Usually the maintenance team takes a lot of pride in their work.
You say it's rather large. It's about to get larger. Can we rip it?
I was just gonna say, can we dip our fingers under it, and is there any
Nah.
room to feel around in there?
Let's get violent. Let's really rip this
There
sucker.
could be cameras in here.
Yeah, and we'll be like, this is what happens when you lock me in the elevator. I need a raise. I'm turned into a power play.
You can slide your fingers under that rip and grip it well enough, but when you pull as hard as you can, it's clear that there's some strong stitching on this. You just can't rip up the carpet, but you're sure there's something here.
Okay.
Can we use the torch to look underneath?
Is there anything good visually under there?
That's a wonderful idea, and you do try it, but you just don't see anything. That
Yeah.
rip is not giving enough.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so we need the superpower injections. They'll be locked away somewhere.
Of course. We need to get a ripping robot from floor 18.
Indeed.
Um,
I feel like apart from those last couple of things on the control panel that we couldn't see
Yeah.
earlier, we're getting to done.
well, yeah, we've got the logo, which could get us something. We've got the... Is there a... Okay, just to check Danny's theory. If we very carefully look at every single railing, is there an individual letter carved into each rail?
Nothing that you can see right now.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've got a 6-letter combo lock next to a sign about opportunity. What is the 6-letter combo lock locking?
The bottom of the notice board frame.
Okay, cool. So it's like if we wanted to stick something on the notice board, we wouldn't be able to because it's got glass framing stuff over the top.
That's correct.
Cool.
That's how I interpret
Okay.
it. Well, yeah, should we quickly take another look at that control panel?
Yeah, let's hit fire.
Oh, let's hit fire.
Let's
I
hit
just
fire.
wanted
Okay,
to
let's
look
just
at
look
the
at it. We'll
little
just look
warning
at it.
things on the side.
Because now we have a full view of it, right? And so we can see a new little label underneath the buttons that says, warning, alarm will sound. Sounds will vary by input.
Ooh,
Never utilize alarm for emergency purposes.
that's weird.
That is weird.
Just checking the first letters. Wows, Subi, and Nwafep.
Nwafep,
Probably
that's the
not.
capital of Myanmar. Okay.
You can see that warning label as well as 2 switch keys, one labeled fan and the other one labeled stop start. Fan is switched to on, although you don't feel any air moving, and the stop start is switched to start, but the elevator's still not moving.
This is true.
It is very odd. And now we can't turn those without a key, right?
That's correct.
That'd be pretty wild if we could.
Well, you never know.
So maybe we'll end up getting it, and we just need to do a turn it off and on again, and then everything will start working.
Perhaps. Do you want to hit the fire button and see what happens?
I mean, what ended up happening? We didn't end up getting our alarm button, our bell.
Oh, yeah,
did
okay,
we?
let's check the bell.
Again, I'm assuming that that's what this does, that it's a call someone button.
Well, let's press the bell and we'll see what happens.
The bell gives a little ding, ding, lights up for a second, and then fades away.
Well, that was an alarm that sounded.
Okay, let's press the fire.
The fire lights up and then fades away.
That one didn't make it.
Okay, let's open the doors.
When you press doors open, they do indeed open, but to your horror, all you see is a dark wall in front of you
Ugh.
with some writing. Light streams in from the bottom of the opening onto your feet. The opening has a view onto the next floor, though your feet are at the top of its doorframe. Even if you were weirdly skinny enough to fit through this space, you would not risk your life for that. Worst case scenario, you're stuck in here until 8 a.m. tomorrow. From the light, you can read the writing on the wall. It says, Number 2. All maintenance toolbox passwords must be visible within the elevator. Number 3.
Ooh.
Each maintenance employee toolbox shape and maintenance employee name must share the same number of letters.
Ooh.
Okay.
Intriguing.
Now, these are like rules 2 and 3, but we've missed rule 1. So we know that we haven't found a maintenance toolbox that I can
Not
think
that
of.
I'm aware
But if we do
of.
find one, it has its password will be visible somewhere, and it will have the same number of letters in the shape that it is as the owner of the box.
That's interesting.
So if Sam owns it, it would have to be a box.
Yeah.
And
If Zar owned it.
Zar owned it,
no.
oh no.
Ox-shaped. So there was just enough, like, foot room where we could see that light there.
Yeah, if we squanch down, can we see into that hall at all?
I wasn't even planning on doing that. I wanted to stick my hand in and see if I could feel anything.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I guess we can look first.
Let's look first, then feel.
You can see onto floor 18, and it's a pretty standard office hallway, although on the floor is a giant floor piano. Employees love to walk across it and play some tunes. It starts with the note C, which has a number 3 painted on it. D has a number 4 painted on it, up to 7 on the G, and then back to 1 on the A. The floor doesn't seem too far away, but there's no way you're attempting to fit through this space. However, while you're down here, you see a little glimmer in the crack of the elevator door itself.
Ooh, can we reach into the
Feel
door?
around, feel around.
Tucked securely at the bottom of the elevator door, you find a small silver key.
Oh,
We can probably use that to operate the key bits.
maybe.
Also, I will just say, I want to try and do something about getting our shoes in the door.
Well, that's why I wanted to feel around. There was enough foot space.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about putting our foot in the door. Maybe drop our feet onto the piano and play 2 notes at maximum. Not sure.
Well, like, I assumed that this was likely part of that. We just found a key in the door.
That's fair. That's our opportunity. Well, now we have a small silver key. Can we use that to turn the fan off?
And on again.
You restart the fan and feel air blowing on the back of your neck from the vent above you.
Oh, there's a vent above us.
You look up and see a line of streamers blowing out of the vent.
Ooh.
In order, they are a single navy, 2 red, 5 turquoise,
Whoa.
2 brown, 5 yellow, and 3 pink.
Okay, I wrote this in a woefully inefficient spot on my notes.
Should we look for the nth letter of those things? See if that spells anything?
Oh.
Like N for the 1 navy, E for 2 red, 1, 2, 3, 4, U for 5 turquoise,
Oh my god.
R for 2 brown,
O for
1, 2, 3,
yellow.
O for yellow, and
Oh my god.
N for pink, 3 pink neuron.
Good
That's
thinking.
that's a 6-letter word. Can we try it in the 6-letter lock?
The notice board dial swings downward on its hinges and the frame pops out a bit.
Good thinking. I was not there.
You pull it forward and it's a drawer, almost like a
Ooh.
filing cabinet. There's an open slit for someone to change the value of the month poster, a bulky folder, and 3 toolboxes, each about the size of a pencil case. They're all similar to one another, except one has a square with a 4-number lock. Another has a heart with a 4-number lock. And the last has a circle with a 6-number lock.
So those are 3 toolboxes. And then number locks. So we don't need to guess the name. We need to find a number.
Interesting.
But we also could possibly
But-
assign the name if we found more stuff.
But we'll definitely want to associate with them.
And what else was in the drawer? I got so obsessed by the toolboxes that I know there were
Folder.
a folder and anything else.
A slit for where you can slide paper through it to make the new value.
Oh, to change the month.
Yeah.
Great. Should we look in the folder?
I think so.
Inside the folder are 2 birthday cards and, oh, this is why it was bulky, a simple calculator. But it's pretty odd. The numbers are turned upside down. Other than that, it seems to be working correctly, and this would have been helpful earlier, but it doesn't quite seem to serve a purpose right now.
Should we look at these birthday cards?
Definitely. That'll give us some names.
The first says, "Happy birthday, Fitzgerald. I'm glad you're here. Sincerely, Samuel. P.S. The first rule is, and always will be, the longer the better for me.
Yeah. I wondered, because we had a Sam, but 3 letters is too short for a shape. I wondered if there was a chance he'd go by Samuel.
Ah, great.
Like, he doesn't like cutting things short.
He doesn't like cutting things short. That's his thing. That's why he could never guess moo. Because he thinks cows say Mucifer. Okay, so Samuel
Feels like he gonna go with square or circle for 6 letters.
Okay, so he has either the square or the circle, but not the heart.
Mm-hmm. Were there more birthday cards? Or was it just that
There
one?
were 2, weren't there?
Yes, the second one says, Happy birthday. Ever since you joined the team, I've been so impressed by your ease and confidence. You truly have a talent of simplicity. My favorite memory of you so far is when you figured out how to ensure you never have to change your toolbox password as the posters change every month. Genius. It'll serve you well in the maintenance field. Have a great day, Gerald. In all sincerity, Eliza.
Okay, so Fitzgerald goes by Gerald. So Gerald and Samuel have the circle and the square. Eliza must have the heart. And Gerald has figured out a way that no matter what, his pass number doesn't need to change because it will always be there no matter what else changes in
That's
the notice board.
interesting.
So there'll be some either 4 or 6 number combo that is ever present.
But that implies that the others are changing depending on the month.
Yes, or just the notices that go up differently.
Yeah.
Because wasn't that notice about opportunity, there was an implication that was like a seasonal thing, like it's a today's word of the day is opportunity sort of thing?
Something like that, yeah. We do know that the toolbox passwords have to be visible from inside the elevator.
They have to be visible.
So it feels like, yeah, these other 2 people, they are relying on the monthly posters.
Mm.
Interesting. Oh, hell, maybe just one of them's got the year. That changes occasionally. But Fitzgerald's, or Gerald's, does not.
Well, it just says they have to be visible. Like, what if Gerald's password was the 6 number one and it was, say, 101112? That would be a 6-digit number that is always visible in the elevator because of the floors 10, 11, 12. You know?
Not wrong. But...
So it could be something sneaky like that, but then there's no way for us to really figure that out.
Yes. There's also, again, the 6 elevator railings.
There are 6 railings.
There's also those, the numbers in the logo. There were 5 of those, right? Maybe?
In the logo.
Yeah, the pattern.
Yeah. It does say like 0. Maybe that's a 3. That's a 1.
But then what would that be?
But yeah, zigzag isn't anything.
Oof.
So we do have a calculator with us that was also in the folder.
Implying that we can do the whole upside down numbers.
Oh, because it was an upside down calculator. Or like the numbers were upside down. Is there a
Maybe.
word that is always here that is also an upside down word in a calculator? Like, for example, if there was a pair of boobs in the calculator,
exactly.
you'd be like, in the elevator,
yes.
you'd be like, great, someone's password is 58008.
Exactly.
Because it'd be upside down.
Sure.
What are words that you make in an upside down calculator?
Oh, you can make a few. Oh, you're looking for a calculator? Yep. Always got one on hand.
We got an E. We got a L. We got a G. We got an S. Is it sleg? Is there any sleg? Sarah, is there any sleg in the lift?
You take a look around. There is no sleg here.
Interesting.
What modern businesses.
All right. My notes getting cluttered because I've been writing this horribly. Okay, so these rules for toolboxes, we haven't fully used them, but we've been getting a lot of information out of them. Still to work on, we've got this logo with these various patterns on them.
Yes.
I was so sure that when there were ribbons flying down from the vent that was going to be related.
They did not.
That stings. Okay, we got the 3 toolboxes, and they need visible number combos.
They do need visible number combos.
We've got their names. so we can put names to people. We've still got these elevator railings. I am so suspicious of them. We've still got the carpet, which we cannot rip up yet. Maybe when we open up a toolbox, we'll get something that can help us out there.
Sure.
And we've got the upside down calculator. Oh, and the piano.
We have the piano.
That's good to know as well.
Which also gets us letters to numbers.
Exactly.
Of course it does. So if we also find a word that's made up of the letters A to G with no additionals, that could immediately become a number.
True. I mean, that would be easy on the piano. The piano could also just be like a signifier of alphabet goes to number, and we could extrapolate from there.
We could, I suppose, extrapolate from there. But it is a piano. It does explicitly stop at G.
True. All right. How are we going to connect these things? Still a lot of stuff. Goodness. And yeah, is there anything else that I've forgotten to list?
Well, the notice board itself, what else was it? Like,
Oh,
I know
sure.
that there was the 6-letter lock that we solved. That was fine. But there was a poster that said opportunity and had a picture of a shoe in a door. And that is not always there. That poster gets replaced and changed, right?
That's correct. It's the value of the month poster.
Value of the month. Oh, the thing that we have access to change, the little slit to change, that's to change the value of the month.
Yeah.
Not the value that represents the month. When you said that originally, I was like, yeah, you can change the value of the month, like 12 or 11 or 10 to change what the month is. That is not true. This is to change the poster that is the value of the month poster.
Oh.
Okay. We don't
did
actually have a
not
big thing that says,
Yeah.
it's November.
No. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, I understand.
That was all right. I didn't realize it. Now, the other things that we still haven't used, the elevator buttons sounds, like it mentions about the different warning sound input stuff. We also haven't, tried the start-stop button.
Let's try
we
that.
tried the fan, but not the start-stop button.
The key does not fit.
It doesn't fit? We
with
need a
that
new
one.
key.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So that key's done. We can eat that key.
Right.
Because we've already used the fan. We ate the key. Good.
Okay.
That'll convince him I'm not a robot. I'll eat metal.
Right, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that when we figure out the stop button,
Yeah, the stop.
that's going to be what gets the elevator moving again.
Oh, perhaps. Maybe that's our final reward.
Yeah, I
Okay.
reckon that key is our final reward, our eternal reward.
Great.
I also reckon that these toolboxes, one of them is going to help us rip up the carpet.
That's fair. We'll get a carpet ripper. But how do we open the toolboxes?
Yes.
What is a number pattern that in this room... Oh, shoe. Hold on, shoe. There's a shoe on the poster.
Yeah.
Shoe is a 4-letter word you can spell with a calculator upside down.
Oh, that's true.
4 is H. What's S? 5 or 2?
You've got the calculator.
Hold on. S. No,
5,
our
right?
calculator isn't blocky enough.
It's 5,
That's
right?
2.
That's not an S.
What is that? That's
That's
a
a
2.
2.
Okay, hold on.
That's just a 2. That's an S.
Yeah, okay. 5. So, shoe, the E is 3, the O is O, the H is 4. So, if I wrote shoe,
3045.
it would be 3045. So, I don't know whose that would be, but can we try 3045 in
I wanna
either
say
the
heart.
square or the heart?
You try it in the heart, and it opens, and you
Yes.
find a screwdriver.
A shoe driver.
I was pretty sure that we should go for the heart because, well, at the very least, in the note, Eliza was the one who mentioned
But
that
yours doesn't change
everyone
and
else
mine
has
does.
to change.
Yeah,
so
but
I
I
figured it
figured-
was a good bet because
I
that would change.
I figured Samuel, if he was the square, could have been,
Samuel is such a square.
because it could have also been his.
Oh, yeah,
the
it
shoe.
could have. I just, in this moment, felt that was...
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Gerald's,
Better.
but I didn't know
Yeah.
which Gerald owned, because he could own the square or the
Yeah,
circle.
we'll get to that.
As could Samuel.
Okay, we got a screwdriver out of that.
We have a shoe driver.
Oh, the railings were screwed into the wall.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Let's unscrew them.
Oh, God. This is a big move. Can we unscrew some railings?
You unscrew a railing, and as you pull it off, it tilts to one side, and a secondary piece slides out. It reminds you of a curtain tension rod, but it seems heavy and sturdy. You continue unscrewing each of the railings and end up with 6. As you remove them from the wall and they slide out, there is an indentation into each of them. They are ocean breeze, dashing through the snow, flowy bee,
How's that spelled?
FLOWYBEE,
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Endless Timeline, Ava's V,
Like EVA?
Or AVA.
AVA,
AVA.
and ellipses. You notice that behind the railings, there are small buttons against each of the wall, one in the middle of each of the 3 walls. They're so tiny and cute, but they seem a bit ominous as well, almost as they're trying to give you a warning.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me try and recount this so I have an image in my head of what we've done.
Yeah.
The
'cause we
railings-
just moved a lot of stuff
Yeah.
around.
The railings start to unscrew. And then something comes out of the
They're
railing?
also extendo.
Like the railings themselves can extend? Is that what you were saying?
That's correct.
So like a bit inside the railing can extend out.
Good to know. Good to know.
And we notice that as it falls to one side. So the railings themselves have extendable bits. Then we found these
They're also like labely things
they
indented.
were embossed, like indented onto on the bits that came out, right?
Yes. Yeah, you could not see them earlier.
Right.
And so each of the railings, and I'm assuming it doesn't matter where we took the railing from, just that there are 6 unique ones, say Ocean Breeze, Dashing Through the Snow, Flowy B, Endless Timeline, Ava's A, Ellipses. Meanwhile, between where each of the railings were, so because there were 2 railings on each wall, there is a single button. So there are 3 buttons. Do they look like anything, or are they just like an unlabeled button?
Yeah, they're just unlabeled. They're really tiny and cute, but they seem really ominous.
Okay.
Can
Give
we-
you a weird feeling, almost like a warning.
I assume this is meant to be a don't just randomly press the buttons.
Can I
thing.
randomly press the buttons?
No.
Okay.
You randomly press the buttons and nothing happens.
All right.
Okay.
My thought with those descriptions, Danny, is that they sound like the things on the logo.
Oh my god.
Like-
That's interesting.
Like, if you look at the logo, the bottom one, dashes. That's like dash, 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 dash. The very, very bottom of the triangle.
Oh, that does
An
look
endless
like
timeline is probably
Oh.
this endless line.
maybe.
The ocean breeze, I'm not sure.
To me, well, when I have to draw wind as a representation
wanna
in a
do the
room, it
top
looks
one?
like the ribbons.
Yeah, the ellipses could be the O, like the circle, circle, circle,
Yeah,
circle, circle, circle.
could be.
Ava's A's could be like AV, AV, AV,
Oh my
AV,
God.
the little zigzag.
That's interesting.
Flowy B, the 3s. Not sure, but I kind of feel like they're
Maybe
these.
for dashing through the snow.
The dashes.
Oh, right. You already said that.
Yeah, because then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and they sort of go with one of those.
Yeah, I do agree. They're probably connected. That's interesting.
And then there's north at the top, so maybe we could like line them up in that order on top of each other. I don't really know what that would achieve or how to do it, but there's something there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
If we go from top to bottom and took like, I don't know, the first letter of the description of it, does it spell anything? Like if we
Oh.
start with ocean breeze, so it could be O or maybe even OB, and then we go to Ava's A's, could be OA or something.
Hmm.
Endless, well, that's OAE, that's sort of nothing. But this feels like they connect, right?
I understand what you mean. That's curious.
Danny, you solve this puzzle while I go and get some water.
Ugh, have my water.
Oh, okay.
You're not getting out of this.
Told you I wouldn't solve any puzzles.
You're solving all the puzzles. I'm feeling like a dud.
We still need a ever-present 4 or 6 digit number and
Which feels like the logo makes sense for that. That's something that's not going to change.
that would never change. So this logo may connect straight up to the circle, which will end up being Gerald's,
That's how I'm
Lockbox.
feeling.
because it is 6 numbers.
Mm.
So, okay, so we're looking for 6 numbers out of this. Oh, do we just count how many there are? Like, this has, no, not quite, because, like, some of
Yeah.
them are cut off, so maybe it's hard to count how many there are. And also, the flowy B doesn't feel like I'm correct.
Also, that does look like an ocean.
This.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
focusing on the breeze part, but that
But
looks
it's
very
actually,
oceany.
so then maybe the top one is flowy B. What's annoying is that everything other than the ocean breeze is within the scale. F, A, E, E, and
Oh,
D are all
well,
within the piano
What
scale.
about, if you're
It's
just,
just
looking
the
at
O.
first
If I'm just looking at
letters.
first letters, it's just that O, that ocean breeze part,
That's interesting.
which is a bother.
Hmm.
There's also the N on top. Like we're going north. Like,
Yes.
why is there an N?
Maybe there's just meant to be an N at the beginning. Maybe it's not north.
Enfired.
Yeah.
They definitely seem to connect to this. They're definitely always present, the logo. So this is probably Gerald's number combo. There are definitely 6 elements that we've taken off the walls and sort of 6, if you include the dashes at the bottom, there are 6 elements to the triangle.
My only other wonderance is, could we get Samuel's past number?
Maybe. He doesn't like to shorten things, and it would be 4 numbers long. What are 4 numbers that haven't been shortened?
And we also feel like his could be related to the notice board as well, because apparently his is a potential changing one too.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll
Maybe his
find
is
out.
door. Yeah, I don't know. There's something that I'm missing, or there's some step here. But I think we should be able to just solve this logo rail puzzle.
You're right. I agree.
I will actually, Sarah, do we have all the elements we need to solve the logo rail puzzle, or are we wasting our time?
There's a couple of things that you still need to find or see.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, then let's keep finding and seeing.
That's both baffling and a relief at the same time.
Should we press more buttons on the elevator? Is there anything else to press? If we press like 1 or 2, does anything happen if we press some of the extra buttons on the control panel?
It lights up for a second and then fades away, but there feels like a button is calling you.
Close the door.
You close the door, and the elevator door slides shut. There's a oddly long poster on the door with very tall lilies that says in all caps, "Creating the future to protect the lilies from before." And you can open up that poster image now.
Did we just not check the door for the entire room?
Yeah. Well, you opened it and then found the key in it, so...
Yeah, but we never checked it. Dani, this is your job, is to check the door. Everyone's screaming at us that we never checked the door.
The door was open. There was no door.
We opened it. We could have looked at it when it was closed.
Okay.
Creating the future to protect the lilies from before.
Oh, boy.
I think this really does. This place really has been made by AI. Creating the future, CTF, to protect the lilies from before.
Oh, I see something.
Oh, how many of these things look like numbers, and that lilies looks like
looks
717135, but backwards, so 511717?
Something like that, yeah.
So maybe this is probably bloody...
yeah, well, that's going to be the 6
Gerald's
digit
password.
one. Well, I mean, maybe, if this is Gerald.
Well, because it's always here. It's on the doors.
Presumably. Oh.
Yeah, so all of these numbers, based on the font that they are, or the
They're
letters,
just
they all
curly
kind of
in a
look a
very
little bit
specific
weird.
way.
But explicitly, the 7s do look like... the L's look like 7s that are upside down. The I's look like 1s that are upside down. The E's look... Well, actually, only in the word lilies does it look like numbers.
It could literally be that the word lilies was the numbers and then flipped to look like a word,
look,
which
E's
it does.
don't always look like 3s in protect and
you're
future, so it's just
right.
lilies. Lilies just looks like 531717 upside down. Can we put that into the circle?
Yes, you put 531717 into the circle case, and inside there's a book titled Musical Chords for Dummies and a box cutter. And on the box cutter is the branding Sydney Flooring.
Box cutter is good.
Let's open up the floor.
Yeah, we want to cut away some of that carpet.
You cut the carpet carefully along the side so that you're able to put it back in place and leave no trail behind once you're out of here. You don't know the other two, but Eliza really takes her job seriously. You roll the carpet to one side of the elevator, and underneath is a 5x5 grid of boxes with a single letter in each one.
Ooh.
The 5 words are glads.
Wait, sorry. There's a single word in each box?
No, a single letter going across.
Oh, okay. You're not about to list 25 words. It's 25. You'll have
5
multiple
words.
Okay, 5 words that are 5 letters long. All right, I understand now.
The 5 words are glads,
GLADS.
That's how I understand it.
sound,
Lovely.
enjoy, faith, and night. Below them is another row of 5 boxes with massive letter dials, and they're currently randomly set. Above the grid reads the words correct letter written in yellow ink and correct position written in green ink.
It's mastermind.
It's Wordle.
We're masterminding.
Okay, what are the colors of the letters?
Nothing is currently lit up.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Does that mean nothing is correct or
The game has not yet begun.
Oh.
cool? Rather than the game has begun.
And just no letters are correct. It could have been possible. That would have been really wild.
Are there any buttons that can we press one of the wall buttons now? Does anything happen?
We need the stop button.
When you randomly press those buttons, nothing happens. When you do take a look at those buttons, you notice something interesting about the walls themselves. On the wall with the logo, there are 6 circular divots going up the wall, but they seem to be slightly off in diameter. You look across at the notice board and see the same amount of divots going up the wall as well.
Oh, they're off in diameter because the railing extends, and so one side is like the case rail, and the other side is the inner tube, which should have a slightly smaller diameter. So you have to like put them across this space. Maybe.
Oh, are we going to climb our way up to the vent?
Maybe. Can we take those rails and can we place them into these divots? Do they like lock into place, the rails?
Yeah, the rails are really heavy, so when you move them, you want to be sure you're moving them in the right way.
Well, I will say explicitly, could we take the rail that is labeled dashing through the snow and put it at the bottom?
Oh.
It fits.
Can we take the rail that is labeled ellipses and place it in second from the bottom?
It fits.
Can we take the flowy bee? No, let's take ocean breeze.
Ocean breeze, I like better.
as the next one above that.
It also fits. And you're
And
moving
then
up off the
endless
floor.
timeline, then Ava's A, then flowing B. Or flowy B.
You can reach the ceiling and you hit it and push it as hard as you can, but it doesn't seem like something's here yet. That's so discouraging. You're stuck for right now.
We put an N there. Okay.
That's okay.
All right, we have a
That's
ladder for later.
progress.
A ladder for later is there. We don't know how to turn on the floor game. Maybe something about the chords for dummies will help. Can we read chords for dummies?
There's a lot in here about major and minor chords, as well as an extensive index. If you were looking for something specific, you'd be sure to find it.
Oh, okay. Where are we now? We have a Wordle game that we can't play, to our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ladder to a roof where there's nothing there. We've got one more box to open. We have one more 4-digit, presumably Samuel's 4-digit code.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Well, I believe that the lilies are always there.
I agree, I suppose. In which case, we should probably be looking at the opportunity poster again.
Yeah, but we already used that for the shoe.
True.
The
What
true
else is
shoe.
changing.
We don't know what to do with this floor piano.
No. We are looking for something to look up specifically music related on that piano.
Yeah, we might need to we might find something that suggests a chord, and then
Yes.
the chords for dummies is to tell us how to play that chord.
That's true. Oh, yeah, we're in such a good place, but there's still a few different things, and I don't know which one to pay attention to at the moment. Pay attention to to the last box? Do we pay attention to the music things? Still, the buttons that make noises are really bugging me that they're just sitting there, and I don't know what they mean.
Can I give you guys a little something?
Please.
Okay.
Okay, you've been saying a word a lot
No.
that actually has a lot of upside down numbers in it.
What?
And Eliza did say that she was really impressed that Gerald figured out a word that when the posters change every month, he doesn't have to change his.
Posters.
Oh, okay, there's posters. All right, cool. Great. So in that case, it's the 4-digit will go for Fitzgerald, and it's logo. 70 or so 0607?
Wait.
09. So what makes a G upside down?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. Can we try 0607?
Inside of the square case is a small
right.
toy robot.
What?
On the back of the model robot, in a vertical line in bold capital letters, are written A as in alpha, D as in delta, C as in Charlie, and D as in delta.
Well, those are definitely music notes.
Yeah, A, D, C, D. Is that a chord?
Can we find out if that is a specific chord
Hold on.
in the chord book?
You don't see anything specifically like that, but there are A, D, C major and minor chords in here.
Okay.
In fact, in the index, you find a page for the chords and you flip to that. It's a pretty standard list of all the chords, except the A minor and the D minor chords are highlighted.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay. So,
You look at A minor and you see that it is, in fact, A, C, E, or otherwise notated 1, 3, 5.
Fair enough.
and then D minor was also highlighted, which would be D, F, A.
You got it.
And then C is C, E, G.
G. 3, 5, 7.
All right, what do we do with that? Do we want to grab our extendo poles and see if we can use them to press buttons on the piano? What do we want here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Those buttons are still making you feel very uncomfortable.
What do you mean? But I don't understand what you mean. We can't interact with the buttons.
Why can't you interact? You can interact with them if you want.
Haven't we tried to press the buttons like 100 times?
Have you?
I'm pretty sure we
Okay,
pressed the
which
buttons.
buttons are you
50
talking about?
The 3 buttons on
Yeah?
the walls that are being mean to us.
I don't think you've pressed them at all.
I keep saying we should press the buttons.
And yet you haven't.
Okay, I press the buttons.
When you press them randomly, nothing happens.
Yeah, see, nothing. We tried this already,
You did.
Ugh.
but they keep being ominous. I leave. I scurry out the bottom of the elevator, and I just live in the piano room forever.
You've talked about that N on the wall quite a bit.
Yes,
That's true.
it labels that as north.
Maybe.
But there's also a button on that wall, isn't there?
Yes.
So you have a north and an east and a south button. We have nest buttons.
Oh, were those the correct directions?
And then the door would be to the west.
Why?
Where was that N again?
It was above the logo.
Which was where?
Left of the door.
Right.
Wait, is that left of the door
Oh,
correct?
it's on the wall left. Like it's on the same wall as the door.
Left of the, when you're facing the door,
Mhm.
the logo is on your left side.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
My-
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, if we walk into the lift, then we would
Oh.
turn left to look at the logo. So
Yeah,
actually, we turn left to look at the notice board.
I had a playtester do that. We added the you step in and you turn around, and that's when I
Ah.
apologize. I could have made that more clear
Okay.
earlier.
So we have a
Right.
north, a west, and a south. But the door would be to the east if the logo is labeled as north.
I think that's
Correct.
what I've got now.
Okay, I have to redraw my picture.
I don't think I even thought about it as I was drawing my picture. I was not paying attention to left and right. I didn't think it would be relevant.
Sorry, the logo is north. The notice board is south. The extra button is west, and the door wall, which to my knowledge has no extra buttons,
Mm.
except for all the buttons,
Sure.
is east.
Now you feel like you were getting something out of this.
No. I don't know what to do with north, west, south, and east.
Yeah, where has we had directions that can be given to us? Does the music in any way give us directions?
We have now a series of numbers. We have 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 7, 4, 6, 1.
Do you guys remember earlier when you were talking about wasana?
Not even for a second.
It was a
I
while
do.
ago.
What was that?
That was the button warnings on the elevator buttons.
Oh, WSN? Warning sounds never?
Okay.
Do we hit the buttons
So the west
on the west wall, the south wall, and then the
and
north
then the
wall?
north wall.
You hear a pop and look up from where the noise came. It looks like a trap door has opened.
Now can we climb up there? Can we climb up?
Oh, now we climb up the wall on our ladder that's been there the whole time.
You climb up the ladder all the way to the top and push up, push up. Ugh, this door will not open all the way. It only cracks enough for you to get your arm through it. You look and you see 2 buttons, yellow and blue.
I press them.
Which one?
Yellow.
You press yellow, and below you on the floor, you see the O in sound, the I in faith, and the N's in sound, enjoy, and night light up in yellow.
Ooh, okay. And how about blue?
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is Wordle rules, where
Yeah.
yellow was... what were the options? What was it? What did it say? Yellow is correct letter,
Correct letter.
and blue is correct place?
Green is correct place.
Ah,
Both of them.
so you have to push both of them at once.
Below you, you see the O in enjoy and the I in night light up in green.
Okay. So we know that the final word is something I, something O, something. And it also has an N in it somewhere. Right? Is that what we figured out?
Yeah, I think so. So it's also got an O, it's got an N, but the N's are all wrong spaces.
Oh yes, so it's not in the first place. It also, and it's obviously it's not in the fourth place, which is with the other one that lit up.
Yeah.
So it's either INO something or I something ON.
I was in the second place, right?
I is in the second
Yep.
place.
Okay.
And we know that the letters that aren't in here are G, L, there's no A, there's no D, there's no S, there's no J, there's no Y, there's no T.
All right,
There's no
I'm gonna write
H.
out an alphabet.
Oh, you're putting an entire alphabet down
I
your
need
notes?
to know what to cross out.
Okay.
Okay, so
No A.
A's.
Get rid of it.
B,
It
we
could be
don't
a B,
know.
we don't know
C,
yet.
Don't know. D.
There are no D's.
No E's.
No, there could be an E.
There could what? Enjoy?
Oh, no, enjoy, you're right, no E's.
No F from faith.
No
No,
F.
G or H from
No
night.
G or H.
I we've already covered.
Yep, there's at least that one I in that spot.
So I'll circle it. No J.
No J.
Don't know about K.
K is an option.
L. No L.
L is not in there. We've got rid of it.
No M.
We haven't seen an M, have we?
No, sorry. Yep. M is unclear.
Yeah, cool. So there could be an M.
Yep.
There's
N we know
there
exists.
is an N.
No O.
The O is as in like the O is locked in. The O is in place.
Right. We do have an O.
Yeah, there's definitely an O in spot 4.
Yeah. Oh, wait. In spot 4, there is an O.
Yeah, enjoy had the
God.
O green.
I covered the N in enjoy for some reason rather than the O. Okay. Don't know anything about P. Don't know
Yep.
anything about Q. R. Do we really not know anything about
We don't know
R?
anything about R.
My God. S. No S's.
No S's
No
at all.
T's.
No T's.
No U's.
No U's.
Don't know about V.
No.
Don't know about W
Or X or
or Y.
we know there's no
no
Y.
Y.
So we are left with something I, something O, something. There's an N in one of those latter two blank spaces.
Mhm.
And what are our other options for letters?
B, C, K. I'm assuming no repetition here. There could always be
There
repetition.
could be repetition.
M, P, Q, R, V, W, X, and Z.
Z. Those are the letters we have to play with, as well as this N that is definitely in there somewhere.
Mm.
What about
Rhinox.
Ribon?
Okay, anything thematic that we could go by here that can give us some hints. We've got, we're in an elevator, shaft at top, secret trapdoor, lots of maintenance crew, lots of robots, lots of AI.
What about minor? Minor key.
That's interesting. Give it a shot.
Can we put minor in?
You turn minor, and the dial seemed to click in a bit, and something catches your attention above you. You look up and see the control panel is changing colors. It's now lit up in long white stripes and a few short black stripes. And from the lighting, you can see where you couldn't see before on the floor something like a haiku. It
What?
says, "Play along with Bell, simultaneously for, light up and set free."
Simultaneously 4?
Like FOR for?
FOR for.
So close. All right, play along with Bell. Sounds like, the buttons.
Well, let's press the bell
the
and
bell
see-
makes musical notes.
Let's
It
press
went
the bell
ding,
and see
ding.
what happens.
It went ding ding.
Does it still go ding ding?
It still goes ding ding, but it's a much more piano-y sound of a ding ding.
In universe, it feels like we only get one shot at this because I don't know
Really?
how we can press the piano.
We have extendo rods.
Can we use the extender rods to
Um,
play the piano?
They're much too heavy, and you really don't want to risk putting anything outside of this elevator.
How do we play along? With the numbers 1 to 8 on the floor?
On the floor.
On the list of floors?
Yeah, oh yeah, that I wondered that. Like when we press the floor numbers like 1 to 7, do they
sound
ding at
like
all?
do they go up in a scale?
Yeah, when you press 1, it definitely sounds like an A.
Okay. Well, play a chord while pressing the bell at the same time. Play the next chord while pressing the bell at the same time.
And press like 1, 3, 5 at the same time at the same time we press the bell.
An A minor chord rings out.
And then do again with a D minor, a C, and then a D minor.
You hear the chords continue to play, and as they do, the logo on the wall begins to light up. You see a shadow on the top of the triangle, and you look closer. It's a shadow of a small key.
Ooh, shadow of a small key. Where is that coming from? Where is
Yeah,
shadowing from?
Can we trace it?
Use a torch somehow.
You do have a tool at your disposal for this carpet texture-like logo.
Oh, do we use the box cutter?
Cut
the
it
key out?
open.
You use the box cutter to cut the logo. Eliza will surely be talking to you about this, but
Oops.
you have another silver key.
Nice. And can we put that in the start, stop, on, off, go button bit?
The distant future, the year 2000.
You breathe a sigh of relief as the song rings out over the speaker. Of course, the anthem of the executives, Robots by Flight of the Conchords, a warning to us all to ensure our work never gets ahead of us. The elevator begins to move upward again. At floor 20, it opens the doors. You pause for a moment, hesitant to walk out in fear that you'll grab your bag and try to leave, and you'll need to do a whole new sequence now that this program has learned how you've solved this one. It is an AI company, after all. A small red light blinks and catches your attention. Above it is a sign that reads, Stairs. You sigh in relief, and your shoulders fall in release. Funny, you didn't notice how tense you were until just now. Perhaps you'll skip the screens tonight and just read a book instead.
The humans are dead. The humans are dead. Thank you so much. We did it.
You escaped.
Oh, we did it.
You did it.
Bloody robots. Or people who don't like robots. All right.
Am I pro or anti-robot now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't even know. Thank you for listening to Escape This Podcast. Don't forget to tune in next week for Podcast This Escape, where we debrief with our guest and discuss the escape room that we just escaped from.